Good morning, beautiful people. It is, where are we? My head is spinning. It's Friday morning, and I'm here for you to do um, boundaries. There was a question in the Tame the Triggers workshop on boundaries. How do you say no? I'll tell you a quick story. When I was with my ex, I could feel that I just was not happy. Like I was just like noticing how he was treating me, and there was something inside of me going. And I went to this therapist, and I said very little to her, like just a sentence of how frustrated I am. And she said to me, "Get up." And I was like, that's a bit weird. She said, "Get up." And I was like, "No, I just want to tell you." And I said, "Just get up." So it's like, okay. And she said, "I want you to go like this." And I was like, So I did it, and I just started sobbing. For those of you who are watching this now, even if you're a train, or public, sitting in a cafe, I want you to just go, and as you do that, you can feel in your body the resistance to saying no, to set boundaries. My daughter's smiling at me because the other day I did this with her. And she's remembering. I said to her, "Sweetie, just do this and say no." And she just burst into tears because it brings up all the feelings that you have to saying no. So test it. Go no, or whatever it is, the sound of your no inside of your voice, and test. Is you feel in your body as you're doing this how big or small your no is. Like see, like lift up your hand and see, what does your no look like? Is it kind of like no, or is it like no, like really enforcing that makes other people shocked? Oh, thanks, babe. I'm being brought tea. Bless you, love. Thank you. Okay, so see, what is the shape of your no right now? Just try it for me and see. Like, think of a time you've said no to somebody. Was it like, and they were like, "Wow, okay, okay," or was your no a bit like, no, ish? I think I'd like it to be a no, but I can't quite get there. See how your body inhabits no. Because when we were brought up, well, for me personally, some of us were brought up with a lot of neglect and violation, and what we learned to protect ourselves is having a strong no, and also getting other people to fulfill our needs. And so we become more independent, selfish, strong in ourselves, and hard-walled, like this is who I am. And you're happy to include other people, but not listen to their no, because you feel this urgency inside of yourself to have what you need because you didn't have it as a child. So you've learned to be strong, independent. Whereas other people, like me, have learned to be like go with the flow, get what, love people for little scraps. So we don't have a no for other people. But ultimately what happens is it means we don't have a yes for ourselves. Can anybody relate? It's hard because when we don't have a yes to us for ourselves, we don't say no to other people. We're saying yes to what they want, what they need, and then we end up stewing in ourselves with sadness, grief, resentment, shame, upset, and feeling awful about ourselves. I don't want that for you. I want you to have a sense of self. But if we've been brought up around a lack of love, emotional abuse, where we're told that what we feel isn't okay and we shouldn't feel like that, we're like, what am I? And we don't know how to say no to that in other people. and we don't know how to put out what our yes is to ourselves because that's been so violated and so unmet. And so it leaves us in this puddle of resentment without a sense of self, just desperately in this compulsion to get love from other people, that we miss us. So I wonder how that lands, hearing that for you. Because what I really want for every single person is to be met in themselves and to be loved in themselves. So just see in this moment how much your sense of self is. Like, do you feel like yourself sort of seeping into other people and doing what they like so you might get loved? Or do you have a sense of, no, I don't like doing that, I'm not going to do this? Like, I love playing children's games. And there was a guy who I met who was also South African. So I was really excited to meet a fellow South African in the village. And I said, do you like games, like charades and games like that? And he said, no, I hate them. I'll never come around and play them. And I was like, okay, that's great. But he did love breath work. So he came around and did breath work with me. And it was just exceptional. So it was like, his no was like, I hate games. It used to cause such fights in childhood. I hate doing them. So he was really clear of his no, that he wouldn't do that. Whereas for me, my no, somebody said to me, oh, I really like you and I'd like to be closer friends with you. Could we go to the pub and gossip? I was like, shucks, you don't know me at all. I don't go to pubs very much because I don't drink alcohol. And I'm not into gossiping. So no thanks. And she said, well, I didn't quite mean that. I was like, well, you did mean that. And I said, I'm really clear that who I want to be around is folk who are empathetic, loving, vulnerable, and very validating. And she said, but I'm like that. And I said, well, that's not what my experience has been of you. And she's like, well, that's not true. You're wrong. And I was like, well, exactly. That's exactly what I mean that you're not. Because if you were, you would say, wow, I'm sorry you've experienced that. Tell me what that's like for you. And she's like, no, yeah, I don't do that. She does a lot of positive bypassing of emotions. And I said, I've said at least 30 times to you, I don't like it when you do that to me. So I'm not going to hang out with you as a close friend because I don't like being treated like that. And she was we carried on chatting for a bit, and then she dismissed me a bit more, and I said, okay, I'm going to go off now. But that no is protective of my energetic, emotional, and mental space. And if you are not saying no to people who demand your time, demand your energy, make you feel like a pile of shit, fill your head with frustration, and make your soul feel out of itself, then you're not going to enjoy life. And it's really essential that you do that. But for many of us, we don't even notice when somebody's trampling on our boundaries. So we get stuck. So the skills that are really essential is to be in an embodied space where we can feel, what does no feel like in ourselves? Like sometimes I get like a sciatica feeling going down my leg. I want you to just think about, as you're on this call now, think about a moment where somebody has done something and it made your body go, oh no. And did you say the no? Or did you just allow it because you didn't want to upset them and you were happy with you being upset? I don't want you being upset anymore. I want you making a stand for you in an honoring way that honors you and other people, that just goes, no, I don't like this, and I'm moving on. And I've just done that with my big group with Home for Restoring Love, 6,000 people, and I just said, oh no, 5 things happened in a row, and I was like, I'm done. No, I want to say yes to being around people who value me. When I see people who invest in the work, in my membership Restore, everybody is so lovely to me. And so there's just a nourishing mutual goodness, which is so safe. And I work so hard to make sure everybody's safe. In the big group, people were just able to take what they wanted of me because they weren't paying and they didn't value me, so they did whatever they like. Whereas in Restore, they really value it, but they're also investing. So I really see that when I'm around people like that, I need to be around those who value it. So for those of you who are like, oh my God, I can't believe Restore and Tame the Triggers is over, come and join the Overcome Emotional Abuse program, and you will be able to gain the skills of noticing what your body feels like. So that's week 4 of noticing what you have to, when you are setting boundaries, notice, oh, there's something, or your eyes twitching. Like I've got one friend whose eye twitches, and she didn't even notice her eye twitched. And I would say to her, can you tell your eyes twitching? But she would get into relationships where she was struggling and being treated badly and always meeting their needs because of what had happened to her in childhood. And as she noticed her own eye, she began to notice other people's bodies twitching and the body trying to communicate, I'm not happy here. This is not working for me. So I want you to notice when your body's going no, so that you can honor that no in your body, and you can love it and listen to it and care for it. And as you do that, then you can bring words to that. You can start by going sounds of going, oh no, this is not okay, or I'm not having this. And then you can say, hey, this doesn't work for me, or I want to go here instead, or I'm going to do this. And one guy broke up with me because I did that. He wanted to watch one movie, and I was in quite a jolly, entertaining movie, and the movie was like really down, and I was like, my energy feels really like kind of buzzy, and this is not a match to what my energy is, but it is a match to yours. So you watch it for the next hour and a half, and I'll watch something else that's a bit more buzzy because I'm feeling I've got a lot of energy, and then afterwards we can connect. And he said, oh, you don't love me. I'm like, oh, no, I don't do that emotional manipulation game. It's totally okay that two people who together in a relationship want different things. And he's like, but I really want you to watch this because I love this. I'm like, I'm okay with not watching it. It doesn't mean I don't love you. I love you and I want to hear about it afterwards, but it just doesn't match my energy right now. Thank you. He left the next day and didn't come back. And I was just like, that's perfect. I want to be with people who can hear my no. That isn't rude, that isn't horrible, that isn't harsh. It's just honoring of my energy. And for me, it took such bravery because the previous relationship, I really struggled to say no. So test your no with your body. Walk around and see, how does your no feel? And if you're somebody who's got a strong no, see if you can be more malleable and see if your body can move with more flexibility into your no, so that you are not taking from other people. Like, check, is your no like cutting other people and not listening to their own yes for themselves? Because what we want ultimately is that we are saying yes to ourselves, but we are honoring the yes to other people in themselves. So both parties are honored. This isn't about saying yes to myself and everybody has to say yes to me too. It's about saying yes to me and everybody saying yes to themselves, and that will take us each saying no. And if you don't do that, then it damages your emotional energy, your mental energy, and you feel awful about yourself. One of the things in the Overcome Emotional Abuse program, and then that leads into the Restore membership, that's an ongoing self-healing membership, is we often say the words, be the chooser. The chooser of who you want to be around, the job you want to have, so that you are around people who honor you, who love you, and who cherish you, because you are worth that. You are so worthy and deserving of love and care and goodness. And if you don't know these skills of knowing how to say no, how to notice what you're feeling, how to express yourself in a way that's honoring, how to tune into yourself and know, actually, what do I like? Because I've never, ever been taught this. Then come along and join the program so that we can support you in what is most important to you and loving you in ways that you've never been loved before. The doors close to it on Saturday, so that's tomorrow. So come and join us. We'd utterly love to have you. And I want to hear more about how you have been saying no to other things in your life that are draining, toxic, and bad for you, and yes to you because you matter. And if you are hearing a yes to this group, I want you to find a way to honor that. And if you are hearing a no to joining the program, I want you to honor that too, because you know what is right for you. But sometimes we've got a yes, but then we've got panic or anxiety around it. And then we can put a boundary on that panic and say, I want to hear about this yes, and I also want to give space to the panic or the anxiety and hear it and ask it what it needs. And then you can come to me and say, I've got a yes, but I also have these fears and concerns. Write out those fears and concerns, bring them to me so that I can respond to them. Share what this yes is wanting. It's saying yes because I want to create that, and I can tell you, oh, we do that in that program, in this program, or no, we don't. I'm sorry that, I think what you're wanting isn't a match for what we're giving in the program. So sometimes when we're saying yes to ourselves, there are all sorts of feelings, and the parts video of where we're looking at a part and all the feelings around it are really, really helpful to identify what is going on here and making all of us feel safe so that we can truly say yes to ourselves with all of the parts of us engaged and loving who we are. So I'm sending you love, and I so hope that helps you in knowing you're so worthy of saying yes to you. And in order to do that, you need to say no to yourself. I'm sending all of you so much love, and I look forward to those who join us in the program, and those who can't or not able to right now. We will run it again next year, and maybe over that time you can squirrel away a little bit so that you're able to do that. Sending you so much love, and I look forward to when you're able to join us. Lots of love.